anti-tank missile launching position. Fox's Trey Yanks reporting from southern Israel. Anti-Semitic threats at Cornell University.
One particularly disturbing threat reads, quote, "If you see a Jewish person on campus, follow them home and slit their throats. Rats need to be eliminated from Cornell."
Fox's Brooke Singman. More than 1,000 people coming together for a vigil last night to remember those killed and wounded in Maine's worst mass shooting. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well, hot dang. It's Monday. Thank goodness it's Monday.
Another week.
And not last Friday.
Yes.
Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
And I'm Lee Barrows. And welcome back today. We missed you Friday.
Well, I wasn't. I was out of it Friday.
Yeah, you were under the
anesthesia? No, really, they didn't do that. It's you stay awake, sort of, kind of, mostly. I had a stent put in last week, guys. That's what we're talking about. So I had to take the day off. Had to be in New Bern before dawn, and they got around to taking me in. They did all the prep work for about 2 hours or so, 3 hours, and then 2.5 hours. And then I went in and they did the thing. And an hour later, I was in recovery. And 2 hours after I entered recovery, I was on the road again, coming home.
It's just amazing.
It is.
What medicine can do these days. It's just amazing.
Those guys are really good. Carolina East, I gotta give you a good shout out there. Mm-hmm. So anyway.
I've heard good things about them.
Yep. And I got to reach out to my doctor here. He's part of Carolina East in Jacksonville. They don't do any of the surgery or anything like that here. They
don't?
No, not in Jacksonville.
All right.
Everything's done in New Bern. Maybe other areas too. I don't know where else they are, but I know New Bern's my destination. And I got to get hold of him this morning so I can do a follow up here because they're so backed up in New Bern that I can't get in until December or something.
Wow.
Yeah. Just for a checkup and see how all things are going. And I know they're busy everywhere, but it won't take long. So maybe Dr. Abrams is listening and he'll agree. Get in about 2 weeks and get her checked out. That's what they recommended anyway. They said, but we can't do it. Maybe you can call Dr. Abrams.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a note to be that busy.
It is.
Yeah. A lot of people, I guess, are having cardiac issues.
Like it is today. I can understand why.
Yep. I'm going to blame it on the world. I'm going to blame it on Biden because I didn't have this problem before Biden got elected. Too bad Kelly's not here today.
Yes.
Or maybe it's a good thing.
Why is that? What are you doing?
There's this teacher in Missouri. She's married, got a baby, who has been arrested for sending a 16-year-old boy explicit videos of her pleasuring herself and inviting him to her home for sex while her husband was out of town. She's 25 years old. He's 16. Did I mention that?
Oh. Bad
enough, but here's where Kelly will levitate out of her seat. The Maries County Sheriff's Office launched an investigation into Ricky, R-I-K-K-I, Laughlin, who works as a special education teacher at a school district in St. James, about 100 miles from St. Louis, after someone called in a tip about an inappropriate relationship. According to investigators, the teenager told them how Laughlin, in his words, had pursued him and tried to seduce him. Laughlin had reached out to him on Snapchat, and things progressed fast, he said. He added that they had even kissed while in the classroom of the school.
Oh, no.
Laughlin also asked the teenager to send her nude pictures of himself.
Oh.
Her only excuse was that she did not realize the 16-year-old was a minor. Didn't explain her husband and child to detectives, though.
How would you not know? Look, she knows the school policy. Everybody knows. Everybody's read the stories, heard the reports.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's
extremely stupid.
Stupid as stupid does.
Exactly.
So, anyway.
What is wrong with these teachers?
I don't know.
Gosh. It's just unreal.
Worst thing about the procedure last week is I wasn't able to go to the ball game Friday night. Dadgummit.
Dun, 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 dun. Good ball game.
Yeah, 52-14 was it? That's the
52 to
second time we've had a
14.
52-14 score.
Well, it probably could have been higher, but Jacksonville kept making some mistakes, and that's what scares me going into
Going
the
into
championship
playoffs,
games.
they don't need to be making any mistakes. No penalties. Quit that
One of the players got
roughhouse stuff
ejected
and
from
whatever.
the game.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ours?
Yeah, and I think they were trying to say it was like unsportsmanlike conduct, but I know our announcers were saying if they could replay that play, they would see it differently. So,
Well,
but you know how it is.
yep, it is what it is.
Refs see things. They're right there on the field, and they see what they think they see. And the rest of us were sitting back there going, "No, that didn't happen."
And the rest of us are prejudiced right up
Yes,
front.
exactly so.
You got to understand that.
Yeah, so I believe we'll be at home this week, and it'll be CB Aycock High School from Pikeville, North Carolina,
Yeah,
out of
up there-
Wayne County,
up there
coming
near-
to visit
up there near
us.
Goldsboro.
But I'm going to absolutely, I mean, that's what it's showing
It's gonna
on
be
the grid
cold.
that came out. Yes, it's going to be cold.
And the 40s are getting down to it on Friday night. It's going to be
Somebody
colder than that
said
later this
something
week.
about maybe bringing some nice hot
Food.
food
Mhm.
Friday night
I'm
to
a
the
thinking-
media booth.
I'm thinking seriously about seafood chowder up in a crock pot.
Oh, mercy.
I'll
I
make
might make it. Well, I might make a dessert, but we usually get those fabulous cupcakes from
we do.
American Dream Cakes.
Oh, they're good too.
Yes.
You don't chew them; you let them melt.
Oh, you just want to rub them all over your face. They're
There
so
you go.
good. Oof.
Okie dokie.
right, enough of that.
910-333-0139, the number to call. You want to weigh in on anything this morning, you feel free to do so. 910-333-0139. Give us a call. We'd love to chat with you. Haven't heard from you in a while. Some
Well,
of you.
let me see the story of the Maine shooting
Yeah, we
and
got
the
that one to
story
talk
of the
about.
war.
Yep.
All took back seat. Was it Saturday night? Yes, when a celebrity passed away.
Yeah, Matthew Perry,
Hmm.
and I will be probably the only person
Who doesn't know him?
within range. I've heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched one episode, not one, not two, not 17, not any. None did I ever watch of Friends.
Mm.
It just sounded like a corny shoot.
It was a very funny show. and I
I'm sure it
enjoyed
was. But see, I
Yeah.
came from the era of Three's Company, which was really funny,
Yes, and Andy Griffin.
and Andy Griffith, which was funny with with advice for kids especially.
I always enjoyed watching that show.
But Matthew Perry died in his hot tub,
His jacuzzi.
jacuzzi, whatever.
Well, did you see a picture of that jacuzzi?
No.
It's about the size of a swimming pool.
No, I didn't see it.
I saw it where they showed a picture in the news. I was like, man.
But anyway, he, they said no drugs were found, and I was curious as to why they popped that in that story right up front. But then I found out that
Yeah.
because he had been a heavy drug user.
It all started with a jet ski accident many, many years ago,
Oh, really?
and he's prescribed painkillers.
That's
So,
special. There we go
Mhm.
again.
Here we go. And then he had a drinking problem too. I think they said he'd been in rehab 15 to 17
Something like that.
times. Yes, for his alcoholism. So
Or I thought it was for his drugs.
alcoholism, which I'm sure the drugs were part of it
Yeah.
too. But yeah, he'd done a lot to try to beat his afflictions, and
It didn't
wrote
work
a
out.
book on it,
Mhm.
and opened up a special center to help people with
Well,
their addictions. So
too late. So,
yes,
Sorry.
sad.
It is.
I just want to know, when is the regular TV shows going back on? When are these people going to come off strike?
I think they're off strike, but they haven't gotten enough shows written.
The
And
writers came off strike,
Yeah.
but the actors are still on strike.
really,
Yes.
I didn't
Now,
know that.
how's it doing for you all those months without pay?
Well, if the writers write and the actors don't act, do the writers get paid for writing for nothing?
That's a question that only the writers would know.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Well,
But yeah,
because
I
the
mean,
actors, except there are a few top end actors. They don't need the money. They got plenty of money, more money than they should have.
Yeah, really.
But
Buy a
anyway,
movie ticket. Whew.
yeah. But yeah, think about it. Are there any new movies coming out?
I was looking at the movie list the other day,
Uh-huh.
and they were just, in my opinion, kind of garbage titles. I was like, there was nothing there that I'd
Yeah.
want to go see.
Of
Course, with television cable the way it is now, you can see everything at home.
yeah, pretty much.
I think one day the movie theaters are going to be a thing of the past.
I hate it. I used to like to go to the movies.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of like going to a ball game. You see it on the big screen. It's not the same as watching it. Even though I got
Right.
a 65-inch TV in there, it's not the same
I
as
have
watching
a
it on
65
TV.
also, yes.
So
I always thought, yeah, why do I want one that big? Because it's going to blind me right out of the room, you know? But no, I wouldn't trade it. Maybe I think they're making them even bigger now.
They
I'll just
are.
put the whole wall as a TV.
I think I saw an 85-inch one
Ooh.
advertised. Probably Samsung.
I tell you what I love. You know, I'm a NASCAR fan, but to watch the race on those big screens, it is so vivid, and you hear all the noise.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Yeah. I'm sure that all of America knows by now that the man thought to have killed 18 people in Maine last week killed himself within a day of the massacre. As predicted, President Biden and other liberal anti-gun leaders are calling for stricter gun control laws. We'll talk about that in a minute, too. No one is talking about all the signs that 40-year-old Robert Card exhibited before his deadly rampage. Few have mentioned his treatment at a mental health facility last summer. No one is discussing reports of erratic behavior or the possibility of domestic violence or of his post on social media that showed he was making threats. Nope. Controlling the problem is not on the minds of the Biden administration any more than protecting U.S. citizens from terrorists and drug runners and gangbangers from getting into this country. Until all of us look at the source of the problems, nothing will be accomplished. Card's numerous guns should have been seized based on several of the incidents that his family and friends and coworkers now acknowledge they were aware of. Again, the rule of the day applies to this and anything else too. If you see something, even if you know something, and I'll go so far as to say that if you suspect something, especially when it involves an irrational individual with guns, for goodness sakes, stand up and say something. Otherwise, we're going to have more deadly bloodbaths like we had a week ago in Maine.
You know, there's so many red flags in that. So many red flags. And I'm sure that once they start really getting down to all the details, they're going to see where their failures were.
There were lots of failures there, and most of them were people like us.
Right.
Not like us, but people, normal people.
Yes. Well, I know that I believe they said that law enforcement had gotten a complaint and they went to go look for him and could not find him, and that was the last of that. So
can't find him, just give up. No big deal.
It's just going to be a lot of there's a lot of red flags. There's going to be a lot come out of that, and I hope that most people understand that it was a severe mental health issue and that it could have been prevented. And don't blame the guns. The guns is just a tool that he used.
Well, the United States has blamed the guns,
but
not even because of this incident. They have halted most civilian firearm exports for the next 90 days. Huh?
Oh, my gosh.
Coincidentally, that's what the Department of Commerce reported last week.
I don't understand that.
Citing national security reasons, excuses, I will add, the Commerce Department said the U.S. will largely stop issuing civilian export licenses and will assess the risk of firearms being diverted to entities or activities that promote regional instability, violate human rights, or fuel criminal activities. The ban doesn't cover around 40 countries, including Israel and Ukraine, that have a separate export agreement for firearms. So we can still ship them to Israel, or civilian gun manufacturers can, and to the Ukraine. but most countries we cannot. There are over 200 countries in this world, by the way. Global government clients must describe who will end up with the firearms, and the department will return without action any government applications not explicitly named. All civilian license applications will be held without action. Companies like Sturm Ruger and Company, Vista Outdoor, and Smith & Wesson brands could be affected by the halt. Now, let's go back to Smith & Wesson. They moved from Massachusetts because of outrageous anti-gun rules and regulations in that state.
Yes.
They'd been there since day one, since the 1800s. They said enough is enough. So they packed up and they moved to Tennessee, a gun-friendly state. We should have had that. We should have had them here in Oslo County,
No,
first of all.
because Cooper's too busy in China trying to bring business from China.
It's just what we don't need.
No.
So, but anyway, that's what's happening there. Speaking of China, 17 Chinese nationals in a sailboat landed last week at Key Largo. And that's down in the Keys,
Right.
Florida Keys. 17 illegal Chinese nationals were taken into custody by Custom and Border Patrol, Border Protection. Representative Carlos Jimenez out of Florida is demanding more information about that group of men of more than 24 illegal Chinese immigrants who landed ashore in his southern Florida district last week. There were 17 one time and 11 on another occasion. What is going on? That's a long haul from China.
Yes, it is. I mean,
The congressman is a member of both the Homeland Security and China Select Committee, said he was not surprised that such an incident occurred under the current federal government policies. He blasted Biden. Nothing surprises me now with the Biden administration. We have a growing presence of China in the Bahamas. We know that we have a growing presence of China in Cuba and around Central South America.
Getting a growing presence right here in the United States.
Yeah. And he pointed out mostly these are men, military-aged men from China coming in here, trying to get into the United States, sneak into the United States. That kind of worries me. That's what he said. Kind of worries me too.
Well, you know, we've been talking about this for over a year now, about them coming into the United States and buying companies and buying farms, farmland.
Yeah, buying up companies, doing all sorts of stuff. And they buy properties near military bases.
Yes.
Does that bother you? It should.
Well, I'm telling you right now, and I've said it before, and I'm sure I'm wrong, but all these little one-stop tobacco shops on every corner here, and they're all from, owned and run by foreigners that have come into the country. And I don't know, are they setting up? I mean, that's putting it out there. That's really far out there. But, you think about that. I don't know. Scary.
Biden has requested that Congress approve a mammoth $105 billion supplemental funding request. It includes a token amount, $14 billion, to provide additional security at the border, as well as aid for Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan, among other things. But what's the plan? United has asked the same thing that I've asked. Do you have a plan of action here? How are you going to spend this money? What's it going to go for?
Right.
Is it going to go to build the wall, or are you going to? What are you going to do? Dig a big ditch? I mean, they got one. It's called the Rio Grande along the southern border.
Wasn't that part of the original bill to send money to Gaza also?
Probably.
I mean, the money that they've gotten in the past, the Hamas is.
Yeah, they want to send humanitarian aid to the decent citizens living in the Gaza Strip, but that it doesn't get to them.
No, it does not get to them.
Hamas uses it to buy weapons.
It may soon, because they're just like bombing those tunnels and blowing them up. But there's like 400 miles of tunnels.
If gasoline wasn't so expensive, you could just set fire to the entrances.
The only thing is about we don't know it's all our hostages are in
we
there.
don't have a clue where they are.
We don't have a clue where they're
They
at.
got a big company of Hamas has got it underneath the hospital there.
Yes, that's
We can't blow those up?
No, you can't.
The hospital would collapse.
I mean, it was pretty smart on their part, but just amazing. The world's crazy.
Yeah.
The world is crazy. Look what they did in Russia, storming an airport.
Wow. Yeah.
Why
did they storm an airport?
Because there was a flight coming in from Tel Aviv. And so these people
there were a bunch of Jews on board. Hello.
Yeah, and they said they didn't want them in their country, and there was hundreds of people that stormed into that airport, tearing it up, fighting. 2 people critically injured, and then there was people that went into got onto the tarmac and demanded, and they wouldn't let the plane land. It was just circling, and now they've closed the airport until November 6th.
Yeah, that's great.
And that just. What is wrong?
Bunch of maniacs.
Maniacs everywhere.
Okay, coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to have Salem Clark joining us in here to talk about all things tourism related. I do too. She's
so sweet.
So we'll have her stopping in this morning.
Right.
And
can't wait to hear the news. All's up?
What's happening in the world of tourism? How did we do this year? That's what I'd like to know. Did we make some money? That's the key thing. Did the people in Onslow County who have things that are tourist related,
right?
Did they make the money that they hoped they would make?
And it's more than just heads on beds.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of stuff happening.
That's right.
Right now, we'll take a break, do some weather. We'll be back on the other side. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
Everyone loves shopping online. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them at checkout. Plus, it's free, and you don't even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole-in-one without even trying. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary. Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. You're driving along and some nimrod cuts you off. You hit the horn. Jeez, it sounds like a goose in distress. Time to head over to eBay Motors. They have horns for every make and model, not to mention horn pads, steering wheels, wiring, and more. 122 million parts. You can even go for an upgrade. Looks like Mr. Cutoff Man needs a new seat cover. Try eBay Motors, pal. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility, and designed to deliver a premium cut. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Great Gas and Oil Company, and of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice-cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Modern Exterminating 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
Hi guys, it's Lisa, the Queen of Diamonds from Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. Are you looking for a ring for the perfect girl? We have hundreds of rings in our beautiful showroom. Want a ring as unique as your girl? Then we'll custom design a ring especially for you. Not sure if you want lab-grown diamonds or an earth mine diamond? No problem. We'll take the time to explain the difference. We guarantee to find a diamond as exceptional as your girl. We hand select every diamond that comes into our store, and it has to be a sparkling fireball to make it in our showcase. Our long-standing relationships in the industry guarantees you to get the most competitive price on the highest quality diamond. We offer custom financing so that it's easy to buy the ring of her dreams. We have rings for every budget and a vast selection of loose diamonds. So I invite you to come visit us today at Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. The Lutz family has been a part of thousands of I do's for over 72 years. Nobody does I do like we do. Come see why we're Jacksonville's oldest family jeweler.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, next to Sam's Club, Jacksonville.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
It's time to get serious, folks. Tideline Marine has some great deals for those of you wanting a new boat or perhaps just a new motor to attach to your existing boat, replacing that old motor that's been giving you nothing but trouble for the past months. A bit of a warning, though. While Tideline has a pretty good selection of Mercury outboards in stock right now, they're going pretty fast. Much like the trolling motors. As of Thursday, there were only 2 left of the Minn Kotas, and someone had eyes on one of those. It's unlikely that new outboards or new trolling motors will be delivered this year. And as you should know, so many distributors have price increases on their products with the coming new year. Zip on down to Tideline today, on Tuesday, not today, Tuesday through Saturday. Check in with Todd or George and tell them exactly what you want. Don't tell them what you need. You don't have to need it. You just got to want it. Tideline Marine and Family, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. High pressure will remain anchored off the southeast coast through this evening. Warm and fair conditions persisting across eastern North Carolina. A strong cold front will move through the region tonight into early Tuesday. Be prepared for it. Lee will tell you about that in just a second. Southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots offshore, seas 2 to 4, dominant period 7 seconds, sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots, diminishing to 15 to 20 in the afternoon, gusts to 30, seas 4 to 6 feet, 2 to 3 near shore. Dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers rough, Kelly, becoming choppy in the afternoon. Wednesday, northerly winds 20 to 25, gusts to 30. Seas 4 to 6 feet, except 3 to 4 near shore, sounds and rivers rough.
And today, sunny with a high near 85, southwest wind 6 to 11, with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Tonight, increasing clouds with a low around 57, southwest wind 7 to 10, becoming north gusting as high as 15. Tuesday, a slight chance of rain after 2 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 63. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 53, north wind 14 to 18, with gusts as high as 28 miles per hour. Going into a low of 34 during the night.
Whoa.
Wednesday,
Take care.
Thursday, the rest of the week, we're going to be dipping down.
Yeah. Wrap up your plants, those that are vulnerable, and make sure you got your pets secured.
Yeah, my squash and peppers are regrowing.
I've just got I don't know, a bunch of peppers yesterday.
Oh no!
And I got a new tomato plant. I trimmed it back a couple of weeks ago, and it is zipping on up there.
We'll need
Better wrap
Robbie's
that one up.
expert advice on what to wrap them with.
Absolutely. 2 weeks from today, let me warn you, we will not be on the air at this time.
Well, what?
Because it will only be 6:30.
Oh. No, that starts this weekend.
Is it this? No, it's
this
not.
weekend, the first Saturday in November, first Sunday in November.
2 weeks from today, we won't be on the air either at this time.
Okay. You are correct, sir. You are very correct.
I was wrong a couple of times, but not many. In the studio with us,
yes,
Salem Clark.
One of our favorites.
Things tourist related.
Yes. Thank you for having me this morning.
Appreciate you coming in. And we missed you. I think last month you couldn't get here or something, right?
Yes, that's correct. I was out. I was calculating. I think last month I was in the office maybe 4 days.
My goodness.
You're a busy lady.
Yes.
What are you doing? Getting ready for next year?
Well, I was at a conference. So I attended a program that's called Marketing College for Tourism Professionals.
Good.
So I graduated with my diploma
with
from
honors,
it.
I'm sure.
So I'm now a TMP, a tourism marketing professional.
Good.
I'm very excited about that. And then I was hosting travel writers again and taking them all over. The great thing was they were from Nashville, Tennessee, New York City, and Washington, D.C. And what they loved too, because it was Halloween season, they loved all the decorations that were up for Halloween. That were out. So, but the exciting thing was I got to take my mom around and give her a tour too.
Nice.
So yeah,
very nice.
So how, I know you're probably putting all the numbers together still, but in general, how did we score this tourist season?
So for this fiscal year, which of course our fiscal year is July to June, we did get our final numbers and we collected a little over $4 million,
wow.
which is the highest we've ever collected.
That's taxes, right?
That's occupancy tax.
Occupancy tax.
So
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so solely hotel and vacation rental
$4
tax.
million bucks. Holy moly.
Yes.
That's a lot of money. And, you know, she's talking just occupancy tax here. Think about how much money we took in with people, sales
going
taxes,
out to eat,
going out to
buying stuff,
buying mementos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Excellent. So well, that's good. That's good news.
Yes.
So what you going to do with the money? I could use a little bit.
So we are, again, working towards hosting more writers, like I said, travel writers, trying to get into those, doing more social media promotions, going to shows, meeting different people that we can promote to in different areas that we haven't targeted in the past.
Okay. What areas are you trying to go after now?
Well, with our
Would you
research,
like to go after?
well, we've started because North Carolina, of course, is our #1 market for people who come and visit us here. We're going a little bit more north, so New York City, going after DC a little bit stronger. That is one of our top markets. Florida is also a big market for us, and then of course our surrounding states. But with our travel writers, we've been going after a little bit wider. So we've had someone from Michigan. Like I said, New York City, DC, Tennessee, we're kind of going after bigger markets that way too.
Okay. I would imagine that a lot of the folks in Michigan could get very tired of Michigan weather during the wintertime and could come here. Did we see any of that? Do we see anybody coming here because we're more tropical in the wintertime than they are where they live?
Yes, we do have people, like I said, from New York that come down, Pennsylvania. Of course, Ohio's more during the summer. They like to come to our beaches. But yeah, we are trying to go after some of those states that it is a little cooler for them so they can come down and enjoy a little bit more warmer weather down our way.
You going international at all?
We work with the state to do some promotional international with us. We haven't seen that as a stronger market for us yet. Like I said, we're kind of targeting a little bit more states that are further out from us at this point. But we did work with the state and we did host a Switzerland writer that came out.
Oh, nice.
So,
I
yeah.
would think that Canada would be a
Nice.
prime location there for folks coming here.
Well, Canada, they go to a lot of the places around us. They haven't quite
Like
made it
Myrtle
into,
Beach.
Myrtle Beach. Some of them will go more along the I-95 corridor when they're traveling back and forth. So we talk to them a little bit during tourism day. We go to the I-95 welcome centers and we get to talk to them. So we try to promote, see if they'd be willing to come down our way. A lot of them, they're doing just the trek down back and forth. But I think the state is trying to go after them a little bit more in certain areas.
That's great. That's great.
You could go after China, but they're coming into Florida right now illegally. I got a bunch last week, sailed in.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's when you were talking about international. Do we want international coming to
some
North
international.
Carolina?
There are a lot of, most of the countries around the world are good places.
Yes.
And so,
Well, we do have a large international kind of population due to the base. When you look at
that's true. Very
our
true.
food and our different stores that we have and the offerings.
yeah, there are a lot of military groups that come from other places to train with the Marines here at Camp Lejeune.
That's
And
right.
when I was in Bonaire one time, I was talking to one of the and when they were in the military, they came across a bridge in Wilmington by bus. Where they came from, how they got to the United States, probably from Miami, into Miami or something. But they came at Camp Lejeune and spent a month training here years ago. So, there are a lot of, and they got out, of course, they saw the area because I was talking to them about that. They enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Well, with a lot of things that are getting ready to happen here in Onslow County, you're talking about the YMCA and the swimming pools and, swimming meets and contests. You talk about the city building a sports complex. You're talking about the Museum of the Marine. That should really help to bring in tourism.
Yes. Yeah. So lots of good projects that are coming up that can only enhance and improve.
Just wish it was tomorrow.
I'm just thinking, I wonder if there's any way to reach out to the prior military who were here and talk to them about Museum of the Marine that's going to be opening up. Was it the groundbreaking is next year?
Next year, I think.
But we'll be opening up, and you might want to make some plans to come visit the area, visit your old stomping grounds. That might be interesting.
Yes,
yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I know the staff there is really working towards an interviewing and letting people know about it too.
We're just peeking. I don't know. Might be Royce.
Maybe. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Howard. Good morning. This is Tom Madison again.
Oh, it's Tom.
Hey, Tom. What's up?
Well, I was wanting to ask that lady, we're talking about the museum coming in and put a lot of heads on the beds. And the one thing that we're missing is a Korean memorial. And we got a Vietnam memorial, we got the Coleman memorial, but we're missing the Korean memorial.
Yeah.
And I had 2 tours in Korea, and I'd like somebody to think about get a Korean memorial in that ground where the museum is at.
Well, we might have to talk to somebody about that.
Space is left in there.
And I'm sure there's plenty of people listening right now and thinking, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
And we'll pass it on to
Definitely, Tom.
some of those that we know.
All right, Tom. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Tom.
I think it would be a good idea to have a Korean memorial in there along with a Vietnam memorial.
No problem. No problem with that. Totally agree.
Point memorial and all the rest of it.
Okay, Tom. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
That's right.
And
Cover
the
everything.
more individuals and the relatives of those, the descendants of those who served in Korea.
Well, we don't have a World War II memorial, do we?
WW2 and WW1 are both missing.
That's hard to say.
Don't forget the Spanish-American War.
Well,
we didn't have a Marine base here at the time.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but Tom's got a good point there.
Yes.
My wife's dad served in Korea.
My dad did too. He was World War II, Korea, Vietnam. So he was what they term as a hardcore warrior.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So
let's take a quick break. We'll be right back here live and local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, you're supporting a local business too. C&S Paint Center, Olympic Stain, and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. C&S Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morris City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. C&S Paint. Phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties. If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. Because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience. And that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
If you have a project that requires ready-mix concrete, whether a driveway, patio, livestock housing, outdoor kitchen, or something special for the holidays, Mixed Masters Concrete of Buteville can handle the job. Large or small, Mixed Masters Concrete offers residential, commercial, and agricultural contract work with professional service and fast delivery. Owner Scott Thigpen provides free estimates, and Mixed Masters Concrete will deliver on Saturdays. In addition to expert concrete service, KPT Masonry does complete concrete finishing. So, for ready-mix concrete and professional concrete finishing, phone 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete and KPT Masonry of Beulaville. Proud to be part of the continuing growth of Eastern North Carolina, and thanks all our military families and all that serve.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back, and in the studio with us is Salem Clark from...
always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure talking about tourism and all things tourist related. Coming up, you've got a full slate, even
Yes.
through the winter, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about them.
So first is the Veterans Tribute Weekend, which is mainly hosted by the city and the city tourism office. So Friday, November 3rd, they are doing the Red, White, and Salute event. So they'll have food trucks, family fun, games. They'll have a beer garden with Salty Turtle Brewing Company. The Native American performance to promote the Onslow Veterans Powwow that's happening the next day. They're going to have country music by 20 Ride, which is a band. And then, of course, they'll end it with a laser light show.
That's right.
That's
awesome.
Which is really neat.
Yes.
And so that's going to be at the Jacksonville Commons
Right.
starting at 5 o'clock that evening. And then the next day, of course, is the Veterans Parade. That will take place at 10 on Western Boulevard. I made the mistake last year. I didn't get there early enough and they closed down the road. So
You gotta walk.
I'm going to make sure I get there earlier. I wasn't sure exactly which roads were closed. And
I can get you a tent and you could camp out the night before if you like.
We'll fill you in on a shortcut how to get there.
So be sure to get there early for that one. And then, of course, after that is the Onslow Veterans Powwow, which will take place Saturday and Sunday. That will be at American Legion.
Yeah, we had Raquel on here Friday talking about that. How exciting.
Yes. So that's going to be a really busy weekend. Of course, you can go out to Lejeune Memorial Gardens. They have a self-guided tour. They have QR codes now at each of the memorials that you can scan and hear the story
QR
on.
code.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little, like a little box with all that squiggly in it, and you take your phone if you've got a
you got to have a phone that works for that.
No,
kind
you
of stuff?
have to have the app.
No.
Which you don't?
Well, no, you just open your camera. You hover over it as if you're going to take a picture, and a link pops up, and then you just click that link, and then it'll open up a web page for
'Cause
you to
I have
listen
a regular
to it.
scanner. Oh, that's pretty cool.
So as long as you have a smartphone, then you can
do it.
You can listen to the story there.
Probably not. I'll read about it somewhere.
No, that's good to know because I've been wanting to go do a video there for a page. And if I can do that and that explains it as I'm videoing, that would be cool. Okay. If it'll work together, I'll get it figured. Nice.
Okay. And as we move on, we've got Thanksgiving, Christmas season. We got all of that.
Yes.
happening.
So of course, Christmas season starts earlier each year, but we're kicking off on November 11th is the Swansboro by Candlelight in downtown Swansboro. I always say it feels like a Hallmark movie when you go down with the feel that you have there. So that'll be November the 11th in the evening. And then, of course, ELJ Farms, Christmas Town, and then Mike's Farm Festival of Lights. Those both start kind of in the middle of November. Around the 15th or 16th is when both of those start. And of course, they run each weekend. Mike's Farm runs every day. I did talk to them. So dinner reservations, they opened it up on September 1st. They sold out in 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
But they say availability does come up every now and then. So they said groups cancel, so you can still slide in. But we do, if people are Mainstay Suites and the Holiday Inn Express are offering discounts.
Oh, good.
So if you go to Mike's Farm, you can stay at both of them for a discounted rate.
Well, that's
if
pretty.
you show your tickets.
That's nice. That's nice.
See how much goes into coordinating all this and tourism. How much they do.
Yeah. How many staffers do you have?
So it is me and a part-time person at our office.
In other words, you're busy.
Yes. But like I said, half of it because Jacksonville has their tourism office. They're handling more the Jacksonville side of it. And then we, of course, handle the whole county and little other parts with it. So
that's good.
Partnerships are very important.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Wow.
Got any tourism oriented oyster roast for those who have never had oysters, perhaps?
So
that would be a heck of a plan.
Yes. So we actually celebrated Oyster Month. North Carolina, of course, October is Oyster Month. So we've been talking about different ways you can go and enjoy oysters. So we do have, of course, you know, they have wild caught ones at a lot of our different restaurants, but we also have oyster farm tours and oyster farms. So you can go out with different companies such as Ghost Fleet Oyster Company or Three Little Spats, and they can take you out to a farm. Or you can do Carolina Beach Company, Plus the other two, Middle Mariculture, you can go buy oysters from them. They do it year round since it is farmed, so you can get oysters at any point.
Yeah.
You just call them in advance, and they'll however many you want, you can order and then take them home.
Have you ever been to one of those oyster farms?
I have. I've gone out on 2 different tours. So we take our riders out there. It's a lot of fun. So both of them do great jobs.
What did you find interesting about the tour? About how they raise their oysters?
Oh my gosh. It's so interesting. The whole thing. It's very scientific. I wish I could always remember it. I have to look at my notes.
Bags
everything.
Of seeds and stuff.
Yes,
and
they get the seeds and then they do a lot in a bag,
Yep.
in their mesh bags. And then as they grow, they sort them out by size. And then, of course, you got to put less and less because those bags get heavy. Because they have top bags and then they have bottom ones. So the bottom ones you have to pull up, and then they have the ones that float. And they go and turn them. But learning about oysters just in general is so interesting. They clean, one oyster, they said, can clean 50 is it 50 gallons of water a day?
Something like that.
Wow.
And so it's amazing what you can do. But everyone always is like, well, if they're cleaning that, are they safe to eat? Because they're containing, but they filter it out so quickly. Filter it out. So they're pretty safe to eat. You just have to do the regulation, make sure they stay
and
cool.
the oysters that where they're growing them, they're not in polluted areas in the first place for the most part.
Correct.
Because they're in really salty water. That's the idea. So the oysters will grow rapidly and to be very tasty. So.
Well, and it's always interesting because there's different types of oysters. It's whatever flavor, like if you want them more salty or meaty or different things. They said even plots that are just right down the water can have a completely different
different
taste
types
to,
of oysters. Yes, you got the topsail rock oysters. You got the stump sound oysters, of course, and that everybody finds a delicacy. You got North River oysters up in Carteret County that they find in the Bogue oysters, Bogue Sound oysters. So there are lots of oysters out there.
Yes.
And you can tell a difference in their taste.
Yes.
And then when you get one of those things that's imported from somewhere in warm water, it tastes like cardboard.
But if you want to learn more about the oysters, NC Oyster Trail describes all the different oyster growers, the different types of oysters, and where you can find them, plus educational tours. So Sturgeon City is on there because of their project with it
so
too.
You have eaten oysters, right?
I have.
You like oysters, don't you?
I actually didn't like oysters when I first came here, but now I can eat oysters.
You can eat them?
Love
oysters. Of course, I love oyster Rockefellers. So
good gracious.
If they're baked, they're better. But I will eat them raw too.
I like them raw. I like them steamed. I don't like them overcooked. Oysters Rockefeller are delicious. I like oyster stew. Fried oysters are good. I want some oysters. Let's go get some.
I'll go in half.
Yeah, well, times are coming. It's approaching. As soon as the water gets a little cooler, which might be this week.
Yeah.
I know though. I like them when they're cold.
Yes.
Cold water. Because they get a little plumper.
Yeah.
They're richer tasting. So anyway, okay, let's take a quick break. You're live in Local Real Talk. If you've got a question for Salem or about tourism, keep it to tourism, please. Give us a call. We'll have a couple of minutes when we come back. 910-333-0139. You're live in Local Real Talk, and we'll be right back.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you cool.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Needing service on your present cooling system? Just call Down East. Looking to replace your cooling system in your home or office? Down East and Bryan is ready to do whatever it takes to keep you cool on these hot summer days. Ask about 0% interest for 60 months. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane and Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane and Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane and Associates Family Dentistry.
Safety on the highways begins with your tires. Before you hit the highway this upcoming holiday season, visit Battlefield Tire Pros, 103 Norris Road and Highway 24 in Swansboro, and let them inspect your tires for your peace of mind before traveling. Since 1963, Battlefield Tire Pros has served our community and military neighbors with name brands such as Michelin, Uniroyal, Firestone, Goodyear, and many others, including a good selection of used tires. They also carry lawnmower tires, four-wheeler tires, and motorcycle tires. And alignment service is available by appointment. Save time and money by skipping to dealerships and big box stores and let locally owned and operated Battlefield Tire Pros handle all your tire needs. Battlefield Tire Pros at the corner of Norris Road and Highway 24 in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Phone 910-326-4178 or visit online battlefieldtirepros.com.
Barker Electrical Corporation, located at 3163 New Bern Highway, Jacksonville, takes this time to say thank you for your past patronage and wishes you and yours a safe and happy holiday season. Barker Electrical Technology Corporation has proudly been serving the electrical needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2002, specializing in residential, commercial, and heavy industrial work. Barker Electrical Technology can handle repairs for existing homes, hot tubs, swimming pools, pool houses, control systems, and exterior structures. Now that we're in the hurricane season, it's the perfect time to get that new generator installed for all the storms Mother Nature throws your way. Fully licensed and bonded, Barker Electrical Technology is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Phone 910-358-2187. Online at barker-electrical.com.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share.
Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. /NC.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back, and Salem Clark from Tourism is in our studio with us this morning. We're up here. What's anything new for next year, perhaps, that you guys are looking at? Anything different, event-wise or otherwise?
Like I said, our office doesn't necessarily put on events, but we do try to work with different groups that are coming in.
Right.
So I think for us, we're more focusing on our current ones and trying to make them bigger, draw more attention to them. Again, I'm still trying to work on more packages between different partners. That's really something I'd like to go after a little bit more. People love packages.
Sure.
It's easier to promote them and push them out. That's why I was excited we got to do the Mike's Farm one this year.
That's a good
With
that's
the
a good
hotels,
move. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
And then I know new things that are coming is Hammocks Beach State Park. They are working on their campgrounds that are going to be land side or mainland side.
Oh,
so that
nice.
should be hopefully opening
Oh, really?
sometime
Yeah,
next
I'd like
year.
that.
And then Walton's Distillery, their event barn, should hopefully be opening. If nothing else, at least the gift shop in the front should be opening up sometime next year too. So we do have some new event space coming and some other attraction type things.
Good.
So yeah, very much looking forward to that.
All right. Salem, as always, we do appreciate you coming in.
Yes, thank you so much.
Get this scheduled and get together and as often as possible so we can tell people what's going on
Yes.
around Onslow.
And as I always say, be sure to go to our website, onlyinonslow.com.
Got it.
You can submit your own events on there. So if we are missing any events, please let us know. We try our best to go through Google, go through Facebook to keep up, but
it's tough to do. I
yes.
can tell you because so many people put on events,
They do.
organizations, and sometimes they forget to notify people that can help them.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Now that covers businesses too, right? If you have a business and you're putting on an event, this is more or less free advertising for
It
you,
is,
right?
yes. We do try to do it where the event needs to be open to anyone to come
Sure.
in. We don't promote too much, more inclusive or I can't think of my
Right.
word
There's
right
Raquel.
now.
You got Raquel
but-
on your page.
Yes, they came out and her whole family came out and did a photo shoot for us at the beach.
Wait, is
So-
that you?
Yes.
She's on the page too.
I am.
You're a cover girl.
I do need to switch that photo.
No,
for
I
a
love
different one.
it.
But yeah, we do, and I always tell people if you want to become and be in our photo shoots, we're always looking for talent to come out. We normally treat you to lunch if you come out and do our photo
Oysters?
shoot. We normally whatever restaurant we're closest to, but if we're close by, maybe some oysters too.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Then we'll see you next month.
All right, sounds perfect.
We look forward to it. I'm so excited. Everything coming up.
Yeah, me too. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSMA. Fox News is now.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Gianna Pelosi, the Saudi Minister of Defense, is set to visit the White House today and will be meeting with senior Biden administration officials to discuss the war in Israel. Israeli forces are intensifying airstrikes on Hamas forces in Gaza.
People in the region describe this weekend's bombardments as the most intense so far. And with Israeli ground forces now inside Gaza, the death toll there has risen dramatically, reported by Hamas to be beyond 8,000.
Fox's Anita Vogel, thousands mourning victims of the Maine mass shooting, attending a church vigil in Lewiston last night, honoring the 18 people killed Wednesday, praying for their families.
We have friends that are still suffering because they have families that are still not out of the woods. So for us, it's more about being here for them.
The body of suspected gunman Robert Card was found in the woods after a 2-day manhunt. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Okay, we're back. I want you to stand by for a sound that I have on my telephone, because we're going to have. I get alerted when certain things happen in certain locales around here, and it's getting ready to happen right now because Salem is just walking by one of the sensors.
Let me tell you, do you know what it's like walking up here in the morning and it's dark outside, and as you're approaching the gate, these huge lights come on which blind you, and then you get all sorts of weird noises coming after you, like that. I mean,
It's
one
cool.
morning, put your hands up, I'm like, I never know what to expect when we're coming in here in the morning.
Yeah, it's all.
But it's
all
pretty
fun and
cool.
games.
I like it. In fact, I've been looking at upgrading my system
Mhm.
now. See, now you've got me spending money.
Ah, well, let's go. It's all good. It's all
Right.
good.
Anyway, going back to Only in Oslo, I put the website up on our Facebook and
There you go.
YouTube, and also added Jacksonville's website too. There is so much to do here
Do
in
not tell
Oslo
me there's
County.
nothing to do around here, and most of it is free.
Yes.
That's the thing. You can go to these events. You don't have to pay, $50 to get in. It's cool stuff. People do things. Yeah, if you want something to eat, you're probably going to have to buy it.
Mhm.
So little things like
Well,
that.
that's expected.
That's expected.
That's expected, but the Veterans Tribute Weekend that they're having this coming weekend.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh! And the light show, the laser light
Yeah.
show at night. Oh yeah. The problem is I have to be in so many different places this weekend, and not really sure which direction I'm going in. I made a promise to my friend Pete that I would come help him this weekend because he's got the Air Force Honor Guard.
Yes.
Presidential Honor Guard coming in.
They're
That's
going to be in Jacksonville too.
Yeah, they're going to be performing at some schools here, and then Carteret County and Craven County. So,
Mhm.
of course, this coming weekend, we'll be at the Veterans Parade because WSME is broadcasting that,
Mhm.
and which is great because you can sit on the parade route and listen to us on the radio and describe the floats as they go by, so you know who they are. So take a radio with you.
Take a small radio. I found I found one that I have not used in a long, long time.
Really?
But it covers
Seriously?
all radio frequencies, and shortwave and all the AM and FM. So it's made for international travel in case you want it. So I got it one time.
I want the one that Hollywood has.
I've got one about that size.
It's about the size of a pack of matches. A box.
It's a little bigger.
It's a little thing.
I got one up there that I turned into the other night to listen.
Yeah.
So
I've got the old battery powered, pull the antenna out type little portable radio, because that's what I listen to the ball game on.
Oh yeah.
When I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
And I have that going, plus my laptop with the war and TV with the news station. It's
my God.
I need to put some more screens in.
Multitasking.
So I could have all these different news stations on my wall.
You could get, Elvis Presley started something
Oh,
at Graceland. When the first time I went through Graceland some years ago, we had a private tour with the news directors group.
Right.
And there were 3 old original TVs in the living room.
Okay.
President Johnson saw that.
Wow.
And he said, if Elvis Presley can have that and watch all those stations at the same time, I want him in the Oval Office. So he had it. That was the first time that they did that.
You'd been nuts Friday at my house because I didn't go to the ball game because you and Robbie weren't going, and I didn't want to go without you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my something in the backyard just happened.
Shockwave.
I had the game on the radio. I had on the TV. I had that show that I love to watch on the weekends, On Patrol Live. That was live and on my laptop, I had split screen 2 different news stations with the war and with the Maine. So what was going on with Maine. So I'm telling you right now, I mean, you'd probably go nuts in my house.
Yeah,
on
I probably
occasion.
would.
But I love watching these different channels, especially the YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a lot of people are watching us right now on YouTube.
Yeah, well, YouTube and you've got YouTube and Facebook both
Right.
bunched up on our monitor up
Right.
there. So
yes,
anyway, at least 32 people dead, more than 60 injured after a fiery multiple vehicle crash in northern Egypt involving a passenger bus. The deadly pileup, which saw several vehicles collide and then go up in flames, took place Saturday morning about 100 miles north of the capital of Cairo on the main highway that connects Cairo to Alexandria, Egypt's second largest city. 20 ambulances were dispatched to the location to help those injured. Dense fog in the area, limiting visibility when the bus slammed into a parked vehicle on the highway. Why was a vehicle parked on the highway in the fog?
good question. That was very negligent of the person who did that.
Yep.
Look what it caused.
Yeah, it's just not good. Not good at all. I got a piece of good news. Why don't we do some good news this morning?
Let's do some.
A Virginia high school freshman was looking for a fun science experiment, ended up making a soap with the aim of treating skin cancer. Herman Beckley, who attends high school in the Fairfax County public school system, was crowned America's top young scientist and awarded $25,000 after winning this year's 3M Young Scientist Challenge. The teen's idea for making a soap to treat skin cancer stemmed from his memories of people working long hours outside under the glaring sun in Ethiopia, his native country. Skin cancer is mostly found on people who live within developing countries, Beckley said in a press release, but the average price for an operation is $40,000. An aspiring scientist, Beckley began researching skin cancer, particularly dendritic cells, which help the immune system attack cancer cells. He used a bunch of different ingredients, including, why did they do this to me? Salicylic acid, glycolic acid, and tretinoin to create a skin cancer treating soap that helps stimulate dendritic cells. One of the biggest challenges, he said, was to keep the soap from flaking into pieces. He ended up using a mixture of a moisturizer, coconut oil, and organic shea butter to accomplish that. The process taught the team the value of persistence, One major challenge was finding the right combination of ingredients to ensure the soap held together without flaking into pieces. I hope this soap works and that the young man patents his formula and that he makes millions of dollars. I just want to know where I can get some.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
We both have been subjected to that.
Yes. Well, I'm still waiting for my test results to come back. But yeah, I mean, since I started going to your dermatologist who likes to bring the knife out.
Yeah, well, that's what dermatologists do.
Right. But, oh, yeah, I mean, hey, I think she's
With skin
fantastic.
cancer, you got to do something.
I know.
And Robbie's had it done. You've had it done. I've had it done. I don't know about Kelly. Has she been subjected to skin cancer?
I think she has said in the past, yes, that she's had a few places taken off.
A lot of times they can just burn them off or something like that. But sometimes if it's deep, they have to dig it out.
Right. That's what they did.
But
right
can you
before we had
imagine using a
photos
soap
taken?
to prevent? Yes. If you bought it and used it every day, these good cells that fight cancer, they would develop more.
You know, someday
Somebody is going to find a cure.
we're going to find a cure. They're going to invent a pill that you can take a pill and it kills all that cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know.
What a wonderful thing that would be.
Well, they've come a long ways now with it. A very long ways with it. You know, I've got a very close friend who's gone through the treatments for breast cancer and she's taken all the chemo and had an MRI and it showed no cancer.
Good.
You know, so, I mean, look how far they've come.
Yep.
And hopefully they'll be able to keep on and they'll find a solution to this and they'll find a way to end it without having to go through all that yucky chemo. Makes you sick, lose your hair.
Yeah. All of the above.
But we're getting there. We're getting there. So
With young guys like this, he's 16 years old. Was it 16 or 15? 15 years old. He's the top young scientist of the year.
God, 15 years. My God.
So obviously they've tested this stuff and it's working.
Wow.
Man.
That's amazing. What a brilliant young man.
So I mean, I'd be washing all day long every day. I'd be wearing a layer of it.
Oh, you talk about that. Let me tell you, I went to the dentist last week.
So did I.
Yeah. Well, I had at the ball game last week, one of my crowns just fell off. So I had it back on temporarily, but only appointment I could get was this past Thursday. And I went in there and they did an amazing job. But you talk about how far medicine and everything has come, dental work has come so far. But while I was in there, I saw where they had one of those devices where you can actually, instead of flossing with regular floss, you can floss with water.
I got water pick.
Water pick. So I ended up buying it. And let me tell you what, the first time using it, let me tell you, I had water all over the mirror, the bathroom. You know, I mean, when you turn it on, it's with such force, you just like yank the thing out, forgetting to hit the button to stop the water.
And it goes everywhere.
It was just the funniest thing you'd ever seen.
Well,
getting used to it.
The best thing to do is if yours is like mine's waterproof.
Mine is too.
Do it in the shower.
That's what they said. They said, yeah, Dr. So-and-so said it's best if you get in the shower and do it. But of course I got in the shower and forgot. And so then I tried it again last night, getting better, but you would have laughed so hard because you don't take it out of your mouth with it still running.
No.
But I took it out and I'm trying to cut it off. In the meantime, water is everywhere. It was hilarious.
Yep. So to impeach or not to impeach, one of the first items on the agenda for the new Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Johnson signaled a promising future for the impeachment inquiry into President Biden, noting that he called House Republicans' constitutional responsibility to follow the truth where it leads. He said, "We're the rule of law. We don't use this for political partisan games like the Democrats have done and did against Donald Trump twice. We're going to follow the law and follow the Constitution, and I think we have a suspicion of where that might lead, but we're going to let the evidence speak for itself." I like that. That's a good response.
Yes.
Responding to whether House Republicans plan to subpoena Hunter Biden during the investigation, Johnson said he is looking at the option, but a decision has not been made just yet. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in September said that the president's son would be subpoenaed, but only when the time is right. I don't know when the time will
Sit
be
back
right.
and wait and see how Mike Johnson's going to do. So far, I like him.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about him, he was not so much the establishment that you found in McCarthy and Jordan, the good old boys. He came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Of course, they are hitting him hard.
Oh, of course.
Things he said in his past are done. I think he stole bubble gum when he was 6 years old. I don't know, but of course, that's to be expected for anybody. But how about Pence? Mike Pence has dropped out.
He dropped out of the race.
Presidential race.
He saw the handwriting on the wall. Said, "There's no way."
Yeah, I was
I'm not
watching
gonna
his
spend any more
speech when
money.
he did that. Well, you can't blame him. Look, this whole thing over the election and Trump getting mad at him because he certified it, but he went by the Constitution, blah, blah. And Trump pretty much ruined Mike Pence's political future. So,
well, unless Trump gets his hat handed to him. Did you see who was it? Schwarzenegger yesterday? He said that my man.
Oh, really?
Manchin.
Oh,
maybe
Joe.
entering the race.
Well, that's what it was rumored, that he would enter in as a third party under the No Label Party.
Mm-hmm. So
It's
Schwarzenegger
not
said it
over
yesterday.
with. It's not over with. It's far from being over.
Fat lady has not sung yet.
That's right.
Things still back in Israel and the Gaza war. It's the fourth week. 4 weeks ago, Saturday, is when Hamas raided and shelled, bombarded, and kidnapped people and killed people. 4 weeks ago. 8,700 people so far have been killed on both sides. 1,400 Israeli civilians and soldiers and 33 Americans have been killed. 33 Americans. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry claims more than 7,300 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza and 110 in the West Bank. 10 Americans are feared to be among the 229 people still held captive by Hamas. Israel has greatly expanded its ground operations in Gaza over the weekend, marking a new stage in the conflict. You got a ground war going on. The political fallout in the United States is mounting. Squad member Representative Pramila Jayapal warned President Biden that his response to the war against Hamas may cost him the votes of U.S. Muslims. She made the comments during a Sunday morning appearance on Meet the Press with host Kristen Welker. Welker asked whether Jayapal was concerned Biden's response to the conflict could weaken his chances in the 2024 presidential election. She told the folks at NBC's Meet the Press, "I have been one of President Biden's biggest supporters. I have been proud to be a partner as he has been courageous and strong on the domestic front. The president needs to be just as courageous on this issue so that we keep the unity within our country. He is, I think, going to be challenged to explain an issue of his moral significance to the American people. The American people are actually quite far away from where the president and even the majority of Congress has been on Israel and Gaza." Do you think that a majority of Americans feel that Israel is at fault here?
No.
For defending itself and taking retaliatory action, which we do all the time.
Right.
Against his enemy? When they strike, you're going to sit back and say, "I'm going to turn the other cheek"?
There's a whole big difference between making a strike on someone else and going in and taking people and beheading them and killing babies and burning women. And there's a whole big difference in my book. And I know they're giving the Palestinians in Gaza time to get out, vacate, leave the country. But, a lot of them are staying on purpose because they're with the Hamas or under the Hamas control, and they're using them. But I like what Israel's doing right now. They've started going on ground. They're just doing a small section at a time, slowly pushing the people out that don't need to be there. And they've given them so many warnings. So, but it's really heated up over the weekend, the airstrikes. And,
Well, you can rest assured, once they clear as many of the people out of there as will leave, that there are Hamas targets that are going to be eliminated.
Oh, yes, they're doing that now with some of the tunnels that they're getting to. And I just
we
wonder.
just need to wonder where our Americans are and the other 219 people.
I don't foresee us getting these people out.
You can't get them all out. They're not going to get out.
No, I can't. Well, the hostages.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, Israel has a great reputation and a history of being able to rescue hostages.
Right.
I mean, you know, they did it in Africa too, but in the dead of night.
You don't know what they could be in a tunnel, one of those 400 miles.
Where they are.
They could be underneath the hospital with the Hamas being kept there.
We also
You're not going to go bomb a hospital.
We also do not know whether they've got intelligence from citizens there who are or Israeli. They lean towards Israel.
Well, so you can't count out the intelligence and what they've been working on.
So they may know exactly where they are. That might be where they're headed for. You don't know. We don't know. So, anyway.
This is just, it takes a lot. I don't know about you, but I watch so much of it and I'm so involved in learning. It's tiring.
It is.
It is so tiring.
It's tiring and it hurts.
It does.
To know what's going on. This is a month now that these hostages have been held captive.
That's
How many of them are still alive? We don't know. There's one girl. I'm gonna pull up her story for after we get back to weather. That before she was dead, they were hauling her around. Where's that?
I get so mad at people who want to argue over stupid stuff these days, and I'm like, really?
Yep.
Let's all just sit down and start praying for those that need the prayers and across the countries there and quit worrying about little things at home. It's just exasperating.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take a break. I'll try to find this other stuff. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
With Cub Cadet, zero turns, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet are engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard with Cub Cadet. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
If your check engine light is on and you plan to travel to visit friends and family this holiday season, it may be time to call or visit Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbin Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Cold weather is tough on cars and trucks, and the pros at Battlefield Automotive can check your starter, battery, and charging system to keep you on the road and warm with complete heater repair. From tune-ups to transmission service, a hose, a battery, or whatever you need for holiday travel, let the ASE technicians at Battlefield Automotive help you. All work is guaranteed, and the staff at Battlefield Automotive takes this time to say thank you for the opportunity to serve all your auto and truck repair needs and wishes you the best this holiday season and the upcoming new year. Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbett Avenue, Swansboro. Phone 910-325-0828 for Battlefield Automotive.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street, the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street, Maysville. Whole top sirloin, just $5.99 a pound. Whole eye of the round, just $4.39 a pound. Boneless ribeye loin, $9.99 a pound. How about whole fresh picnics, just $1.19 a pound? Baby back pork ribs, just $3.59 a pound. Whole bottom round, just $3.99 a pound. And you get a 10-pound bag of fresh fried leg quarters for just $4.99 for a 10-pound bag. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and on chicken. Over in produce, you get a 3-pound bag of Eastern apples, selected varieties for just $2.99. First of the season, sunburst tangerines, you get 3 for 99 cents. Jumbo green peppers, 99 cents each. Red California seedless grapes are just $3.49 a pound. You get a 1-pound package of fresh red ripe strawberries for just $3.99 for a 1-pound package. And large russet baking potatoes, just 99 cents a pound. And you get 3 6-packs of the 16-ounce bottle size of Pepsi or Mountain Dew for just $11. Locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
You know, Tideline Marine, they're not open today, but they will be open tomorrow. And they're open Tuesday through Saturday, beginning at 8:30 every morning. They close at 5 o'clock Tuesday through Friday, and at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoons. They've got some really good deals for those of you who want a new boat right now. They got the Aloha line of pontoon boats. They got 3 tunes, so they're tri-tunes. They got some beautiful boats there. They got some beautiful Lund fishing boats, just right for the rivers, the creeks, the shallow waters, the intercoastal. They're great for fishing in our local waters. And they've got some offshore and nearshore boats in the center consoles, fiberglass center console boats. You might want to stop by, just see what they do have in stock. And if you're having problems with that old motor, you know, many boats, the good quality boats, will outlive the outboard motors. It's time to repower. Stop on by. Tideline has a pretty good selection of Mercury outboards right now, but they're going pretty fast. Much like the trolling motors I've been telling you about. They had over a dozen of them as of a few weeks ago. As of Thursday, the last day I was there were 2 left. 2 Minn Kotas. Someone had eyes on one of those already, so it may be gone. It's unlikely that new outboards or new trolling motors will be delivered this year. And as you should know, so many distributors have price increases on their products with the coming new year. It's standard operating procedure. Well, your best bet is to zip on down to Tideline Tuesday, check in with Todd or George and tell them what you want. Tideline Marine and Family, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Offshore today, southwesterly winds 10 to 15, seas very doable, 2 to 4 feet, dominant period 7 seconds, not bad at all. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Beginning tomorrow, It's going to be a different story. Northeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots, diminishing to 15 to 20 in the afternoon. Gust up to 30, seas 4 to 6 feet, dominant period 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers rough in the morning, become choppy in the afternoon. Northerly winds on Wednesday 20 to 25 knots with gusts to 30 knots again. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Sounds and rivers will be rough.
Oh my goodness. And today is going to be sunny with a high near 85, southwest winds 6 to 11 with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Tonight, increasing clouds with a low around 57, southwest winds 7 to 10, becoming north, gusting as high as 15. Tuesday, a slight chance of rain after 2 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 63. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 53. North wind 14 to 16 with gust as high as 26. And dipping down into the low mid 30s Wednesday into Thursday morning. Winter is coming.
Yeah. And I got to do some X-rated news now.
Okay, that's really funny.
It's a double X.
Yeah, it's a double X.
Disturbance number 1.
I'm looking.
Down there in the tropics to the east of Bahamas right now. Kind of slipped up on us. Southwestern Atlantic Ocean, an area of low pressure with associated disorganized showers and thunderstorms located a couple of 100 miles east of the northwestern Bahamas. System is moving into an area of strong upper level winds and very dry air, and the chances of it becoming a short-lived tropical storm appear to be decreasing. The low is expected to move slowly west-northwestward today and then turn northward and northeastward on Tuesday and Wednesday. That will be good. Additional information can be found, including gale warnings, at your local weather service. It's what we were just telling you about. Formation chances within the next 7 days, low, 20%. Disturbance number 2. Let me be sure I've got that one right.
Yeah.
Disturbance number 2. A trough of low pressure over the eastern Caribbean Sea is associated with disorganized showers and thunderstorms. This system is expected to move westward during the next several days, and environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development. A tropical depression could form late this week when the system reaches the central or southwestern Caribbean Sea. Formation chances over the next 7 days, 50%. 50%. Now, it's moving westward. As long as it doesn't turn towards the north at any point in time, we'll be okay.
You know what gets me? And I know they're being correct, but this expected to move northwestward, then turn northward and northeastward. Why don't they just say it's not coming?
Well,
it's going elsewhere.
They expected to do that. Things can change.
But Lord, when they start talking about all these different
and
directions,
they don't want you to become complacent. I mean, they think this thing, and we're talking about it. They think both of these systems are not going to impact the United States.
Right.
But that's not a guarantee.
Well, we saw look what happened with Tammy.
And if you get very complacent,
what happened to Tammy?
It dissipated like it was supposed to.
Gone.
Yeah.
She drove us all nuts for a while.
Yeah, going around
course,
and
running around in a circle like a dizzy blonde.
You said that. I didn't say that.
Well, I'm not natural blonde, so it's okay.
That's all right. Apparently, a couple of drugstores are having walkouts or something. Uh-oh.
I know it. What is up with?
Yeah,
one starts protesting, then then they all walk out, and we can't even see our television shows, and now we won't be able to get meds. And
yeah, there we go. We do have Barbara on the phone. Good morning, Barbara.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friends. How are you this Monday morning?
Fine.
We're hanging in here. How are you?
You just got back from your trip, didn't you?
I did. I wanted to call. I'm telling you, we are so blessed to live in North Carolina. I know that the beaches are here and everybody loves the beaches. I, as Lee knows, my good friend Lee knows, I'm a mountain girl. So we went to the North Carolina mountains, and
how was the color?
It was probably the prettiest fall season that I've personally seen in years. I mean, It was just spectacular. We stayed the Cherokee area. We went over into Pigeon Forge and then out to Bryson City. So we covered a good distance, and we saw the elk. that was the best part, seeing all the elk out. But
Ooh.
I am sending you guys. I brought back some North Carolina treasures. I'm going to send you guys a big bag of North Carolina mountains I brought back with me.
Ooh.
North Carolina mountains.
Apples.
Apples. Sorry, that would help. I brought back the
I figured
North
it had to be
Carolina mountain.
apples.
Yeah, North Carolina mountain apples.
I tell you what, this is the perfect time of year for them. I'll tell you that in the
I
mountains.
smell an apple pie bacon
They're
in
so
the
good.
oven.
I brought back a variety of similar to Granny Smith, and I'll have to figure out what the name of it was. I've never even heard of it. But so good. It's more of like an eaten apple, and then I brought back galas, I think, which is a big
galas are
North
good.
Carolina
Yeah.
mountain
Galas are
variety.
good.
Yes.
But I'm gonna be putting up some applesauce, and I make I'll can some apple pie filling. But I mean, the leaves are probably after this cold snap, it'll probably take care of them. But around the Cherokee area, they're still up in the higher elevations. They're pretty much faded out after that snow, because it snowed not this last week, the week before.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
And,
it did.
But the Cherokee area is still it's just a show. And the elk, every afternoon that we were there, we would go and park outside of Cherokee. There's this like mountain farm museum, which is free. It amazes me that it still amazes me after living all over the world and all over the country and paying to get into national parks, throughout the country. It still amazes me. Carolina national parks are free. You can just drive through, no tickets involved. I think when we lived in Colorado and we went to the Rockies, I want to say it was $12 a car or $15 a car, something like that, to get in and drive through. But so every afternoon we'd go park out right outside of Cherokee, just inside the entrance of the Smoky Mountains, and watch the elk. And they're amazing creatures.
They are.
Nice.
Oh my goodness gracious! Well, welcome back.
Thank you, but I'll send some apples in to you tomorrow. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all have a good week.
You
You too, Barbara Humphrey Garrett.
Boy, I'd be looking forward to those apples.
Those gala apples are delicious, by the way.
Do you like apple pie?
I love apple pie.
Well,
I love it with
I'm going to be making some.
I love it with the French vanilla ice cream on it.
Oh, with some caramel in it. Oh my God, have you tried that? The salted vanilla caramel?
No, haven't.
Oh.
One story I was looking for earlier, I found it. A young tattoo artist been identified as the woman whose body was paraded through the streets in the back of a pickup truck by Hamas terrorists after they targeted an outdoor music event during that sneak attack on Israel 2 weeks ago. Her body was paraded through the area. There's the woman.
Was she found dead? Is that what I read?
They found her. There she is.
Oh, she's beautiful. So sad.
Yep, it is very sad. And we got another caller. Good morning. Who's this? Hello. Hello. There you are. You're listening to us on a delayed call.
Okay, Redford, I remember the old delayed call.
There you go.
Hello, good morning, Lee. You look very much like our latest Crime Stopper.
Wearing my stripes. Oh, yeah, okay. His wife, Kathy, when they did an event, she was dressed up as a prisoner. And he was driving the Crime Stopper car. Very cute.
Yeah, so we're going to try to get her a new Onslow County regulated uniform. People think she
Get her
needs
the
to be,
orange jumpsuit.
We went old school, back to the old prison days.
Oh, well, I like that better. I do, because, it makes you laugh. It makes you smile. I thought she looked really cute with her little black mask.
Her new name is 8675309, and I know y'all know that song.
Yeah.
But I thought we'd give her a number. Take away her name.
I
gave
think
her a
it's
number.
pretty
But,
cool.
wanted to mention a couple things. This weekend, we were at the Harley Davidson trunk or treat in the morning, and then we were out at Hammocks Beach State Park
Nice.
Saturday night with their trunk or treat. I got to tell you, what great events. Harley, we gave out probably 500 to 750 pieces of candy.
Wow.
And at Hammocks Beach Park gave over 1,000 away.
Wow.
And thanks to you allowing us some time on your show to talk about Crime Stoppers. The word is getting back out there that Crime Stoppers is out here. We are in the community, and people can see it, say it, call it in, and get a reward. And so we wanted to thank y'all for that and remind people that we will be in and hopefully see you all there. The Veterans Parade this Saturday.
We'll be there. We'll be sitting out there in front of Jones Onslow on the radio.
Well, and we'll hopefully also see you two and the crew Friday night at the Jacksonville game. We're trying to see if we can get to be at the game.
We'll be there, won't we, Ray?
We'll be there.
Oh, we'll definitely be there.
Once we get the permission of the higher ups at the Board of Education, hopefully you'll see us at the gate.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But did you want to just? I know Lee. We're both kind of very big into the veterans. And Rayford is too. That the parade is this Saturday, and we hope a lot of people turn out for it.
And you did put in an entry, right?
I'm sorry, Lee?
You did go ahead and put in your entry, right?
Oh, yes.
All right, you better have.
We are in. We are in it, and the prisoner will be there with us, too.
I told him, I said, you better do it. You better do it. And I even sent him the app. No, I think you got the application from Julian or somebody. Yeah, but I'm glad you did it.
Yes, it's going to be, it's a very needed parade. And,
yes.
You and I have talked offline. I hope it always continues. I hope we never lose it.
Well, I think the people of Onslow County need to turn out, especially with these times that we're going through right now. You need to turn out. You need to be there for our veterans and honor them. It's so important.
It really is. And there was a lot of veterans out this weekend at both events. If they can make time for the children, I think parents need to bring their children out to make time for the veterans.
I think so. Bring some little flags. You can get them at the Dollar General and wave your flags. And don't forget to be putting a flag on your Crime Stopper vehicle, Chris.
We will have plenty.
Good. I'm sure
well,
you
y'all
do.
have a blessed day, and I
You
appreciate
too.
your time.
My best
All
to
right.
Kathy.
Okay.
Take care.
Hey, it's going to get cold enough for wood fireplace here shortly.
Uh-oh.
No problem. Hey, Rayford, I got you covered, my friend.
Okay.
Just let me know when.
Yeah, I'll probably wait till closer to Christmas, but any time you got some, I'll take it and I'll buy it from you.
Oh, you know better than that. I know where you're at.
Okay.
We just drop them off.
Thank you, sir.
Bye,
Take care.
Chris.
That's Chris Marks. So anyway, he's a real good public servant. You know,
Yes, he
he's got the
is.
interest of Onslow County.
Yes, he
of the
does.
veterans, of our law enforcement, all the first responders.
I've known Chris for quite a while.
Really
Him
cool
and
with that.
Kathy and Jacksonville Cardinal alumni.
Yep.
All of them.
Yep.
And
Bring it on
we
down.
go back a long ways, the families.
Sure. Okay, we got to take our break here. If you want to chat, now's your time. 910-333-0139. You're live in local Real Talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it. We stand behind it.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
For over 40 years, people have trusted Liberty Tire, 1137 Gum Branch Road, not only for tires and tire service, but also auto and truck repair as well. Being locally owned and operated as your hometown Bridgestone Firestone dealer, at Liberty Tire, dependability and personal service is their number one priority. Being a state-of-the-art facility and using the latest technology, Liberty Tire guarantees all their work. It's simple. If you bought tires without pricing us first, you pay too much. Liberty Tire, 1137 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, for all your tire needs. Phone 910-346-6655.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, pair with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville, has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above.
And if you need automotive service before hitting the highways, maintenance, Cedar Point Tire. The best automotive shop in Cedar Point is here for you. Cedar Point Tire is more than just a tire store. They offer fast auto service from tune-ups to flat tire repair and all alignment and suspension services too. Cedar Point Tire. They carry all the major name brand tires, so they likely have your preference. It's simple. For all automotive service and tires, call 252-393-3188 or visit Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, 1083 Cedar Point Boulevard. Cedar Point Tire thanks you for your past patronage and wishes you and yours the best holiday season and a happy new year. Come ride with us this holiday season.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
You know, let me ask you a question, Lee. That event at the Russian airport where a bunch of people were out there.
Dagestan.
How would you describe that? What would you call that event?
A pure riot of idiots?
Yeah, well, guess what? The administration called it.
Wow.
National Security Council spokesperson Adrian Watson said the U.S. condemns the anti-Semitic protest.
Right.
Looking at the video and looking at the pictures from that protest, that's a riot.
It is a riot.
That's just a pure riot.
People were getting hurt. They got out on the tarmac. You could hear gunshots.
The media, all the media is calling it a riot.
Yes.
Everybody's calling it a riot.
Oh, it was. I saw several videos.
How do you call that a protest?
Protest.
No.
Protest is standing out on the road. I don't like this.
Pretty
This
much.
is entirely different.
No.
I mean, they had to close the airport down for a week.
Yep.
From what? A protest? No, from a riot.
It's a riot.
It was ridiculous.
So, anyway, just a little thing that I had to vent about.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Okay, what else is happening? Which I'm still trying to figure out as you pointed out earlier before the show started, the Pentagon has put out word that we have a new nuclear bomb 24 times more powerful than the one we dropped on Japan.
Coming out in 2024.
So
Let's tell the
we're
world.
telling everybody about that, right?
Right. I just don't get that. Why do we want to tell everybody?
I have no idea. Don't tell them what we got available for them. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. This is Bridget.
Hello.
How are y'all
doing?
Hey,
Fine, Bridget. How are you?
Doing real good. Nothing to squawk about, but just wanted to say that I'm a proud graduate of Jacksonville High School as well.
Go
and
Cards.
we just celebrated our 50th reunion Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Y'all were at the game week before last, weren't you?
Say that again?
Wasn't there a group of you at the game a week before last?
Yeah, there was,
Yeah, we
and there
saw
was
you.
a group that went over to Northside Friday as well.
Yeah, we saw you.
We did everything. We did everything at the Islander, which has become a beautiful place.
Oh, really? I haven't been there so long.
But we had a good time. There was about 100 of us. Unfortunately, there was a lot that couldn't make it, and we didn't realize until Saturday or until you start putting this stuff together, we have lost 20% of our class.
Oh, yes,
Which is
yes.
sad, but it was a great time. 50 years. Some of us have aged well, some of us haven't, but it was fun. But go Cardinals.
When I went to my 50th, what year is this? I don't even know. But anyway, what year did you graduate, Bridget?
She was 73.
73.
Your child. I graduated in '66. But when I look at all the graduates, former graduates, when I went to the reunion, I said, "Boy, y'all got old."
I know.
74. The class of 74s.
He spent a whole day with a bunch of old people.
We saw you. We saw you when you went down there and they called everybody out to the field. We saw you. We saw you sitting there.
It was fun. We had a good
Yes.
time, and I just wanted to say that we did, and it was a good time.
Well, 74 is starting to work on theirs for next year. So,
Yeah, go for it.
yeah,
Go
you
for
should
it.
crash.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Okay, now you are coming to the game this week too, right?
I'm thinking about going to the mountains this week
Oh, okay.
to look at the colors.
Okay, I got you. Well, you'll have to stay in the low levels, the low areas in the mountains. But anyway, okay, if you don't go.
Anyway, have a good day.
All right, you too.
Okay.
Bye, Bridget.
Take a break. You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back. We'll have time for one more call if you want to chat. 910-333-0139. Be the first after the break. We'll be right back.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time. Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington Grill for Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your until 5. Phone Williams Hardware 252-726-7158 and be prepared this hurricane season.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for application. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for safe insurance.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back and on the phone with us, Bill. Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good morning. How are you today? Do you have a good Sunday?
I think so.
Yeah, good. I was calling, just, I guess, listening to the what's going on there in Israel, the Gaza Strip. It's like almost the Hamas there has like a textbook definition of what terrorism is in front of them, and are following it to the key just to make sure they hit all the wickets, and then broadcasting it, I guess showing the death they're doing and how they're doing it. And it just hits me is that it's like they're reinforcing the war, the need for the war against terrorism, the need for a war against them, which really, it just hits me as I don't understand any of their motives, So, but, I guess it's just, maybe they just want to meet Allah or whatever. It just hits me as what, and can the world just focus a very concentrated force against them and crush them? I believe very absolutely, that they could. I think even what could be mustered, I don't know what's left in the United States, what's been spread around the world already as far as forces, but they're in Europe that they could put together a multinational force that just crushes that and ends it,
Yep.
It just seems like they're inviting it, which just hits me as, well, they may get what they want, They should get what they want.
Well, they should get it. They should get what they need. If not, this may not be what they want, but it's what they need.
It seems like they're inviting the world just to crush them. Could they do it? Should they do it? I think they should. I think I would be glad to have been part of something just to crush a group like that. And
well, if they're not,
never end, it's gone.
If they're not crushed, If they are not crushed, they're going to continue to do the same kind of garbage that they're doing now.
Yeah, it will. It should have been answered right away. I mean, if there wasn't, it's like all the same thing that the Russian movement into the Ukraine was supported by everybody in that area. There was nothing that stopped it, and with all the intel they had of where they were at the border and their assembly areas getting ready to cross the border and attack, they had all the information they needed to just, as soon as the first one crossed the border, just pummel, everything that's behind it.
Sure.
But they didn't, I just don't understand the world's scope on some of this stuff.
Yeah, neither do I.
Maybe you will never. So.
Okay.
I don't think there's any, it's like they don't want it to stop. It's like they want it to continue,
Well, I want it to stop.
Yeah.
It needs to just be brought under control so we don't have to keep talking about it. You talk about
Yeah,
fall
and there's
leaves
nothing
instead.
we can do back here about it.
Not much.
It's there. It's like it's always this taunt kind of thing to keep drawing more people out of this North America region to take care of what's, 12,000 miles away,
Yeah. Okay, sir, I got to go. End of the show.
Yes. All right. Have a good
one.
day.
Appreciate it, Bill.
I've got something real quick. Mike McHugh, when he was in here Friday, he was telling us about all the events in Swansboro, and he just posted on our YouTube. He forgot to tell us about the Swansboro by Candlelight on November 11th, which he did tell us about, but he says Swansboro Parks and Rec is offering a place to drop off children so parents will have time shopping. The Kids Night Out by Candlelight gives you the opportunity to drop your kids off for a fun night while you shop and attend Swansboro's by Candlelight. There will be fun games and activities for all the kids. You can drop them off as early as 4:30, but you must pick them up by 9:30. Snacks and beverages are provided. Pre-registration required by November 10th. And by the way, glad you're back behind the mic, Rayford.
Yeah, me too. And thanks you, Mike, for coming in Friday.
Yes.
I was detained, held captive.
I always enjoy having Mike in.
Couldn't even scratch my nose.
Oh.
Yeah.
That made me
They don't let you move.
Imagine not.
They don't let you move your hands. They
You
don't let
can't-
you move anything.
Do they strap you down?
No, did you put your arms down there and they just say, don't move them. Okay.
They'd have to strap me because I'd be
Coming up tomorrow, we don't have anybody as yet, right?
not yet, but
Okay.
don't be surprised if we do.
Okay. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Fox News is coming up. And 10 o'clock this morning, another dose of the Daily D's with Rick D's in the house. And at 3 o'clock this afternoon, he's going to hand it off to the one, the only, the Hollywood man. The Hollywood man. You like that? You're live and local. Real Talk. We will see you in the morning.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W2